What's up? What's up? Harvey here. I'm here to give you guys another shop update, give you a scoop about what's been going on. Behind me here I got Ken from Palm Beach Dyno's car. I remember on the first video, it just got here. We did a bunch of work on it, a lot of fabrication. The car went really fast. I believe the time was 790 at 180 plus. Pretty impressive for this thing right out of the box with the new setup. It's got plenty more in it. It's gonna do some damage. So talk about the custom fab, the extensive custom fab that went into this. As you can see here, it is a custom air-to-water intercooler. This thing came in just a core, and we fabricated all these parts here. This was all sheet metal, like a brake roll. As you can see, you can kind of see the small increments. Same thing with the front here. These are Zona turbos. They're Tiles turbo line. Really nice, badass. I think these are the biggest ones they make. I think they're like 70 somethings, if I'm not mistaken. Very, very intricate setup, completely custom made. We had to make some clearance in the front here, so we took out the upper radiator support. Obviously not running AC or anything like that. Training cooler has been relocated. Made a nice tubular bar up here, removable. As you can see, there's these little clamps that you can get, tube clamps that remove themselves. So they're really nice. This is actually a OEM replacement Mishimoto radiator for the Mustang. This way it's a nice off-the-shelf product in case it gets damaged. You know, you don't have to order a custom one-off or anything. You just kind of get it replaced. We didn't have a whole lot of room for the fans, so we didn't have a whole lot of room for big fans. So we actually went with 4 smaller fans, which I'm actually kind of a fan of now. Now that I think about it, because this way you have backups. You know, you have, let's say, 2 running on low and then 2 on high, or maybe one on each. And in case the thing's hot or it's a hot there, you want to cool it down, you flip all 4 on high, and it just really cools it down. So it's a nice little trick I'm going to start implementing on, I think, all my builds. You know, adding like extra fans just in case. You know. So anyway, a lot of custom fab right up here. Really nice race parts, heavy duty clamps. These things, if you ever had any issues with, you know, T-bolts popping off or anything like that, you'll never have any problems with these clamps. They're really nice. Surprisingly, I was able to make the cold side. There's not much to it. Equal length. So these are tight radius elbows that I cut in half and reclocked, and surprisingly I was able to get them equal length. So it is, the manifolds are the fluid manifolds, which unfortunately aren't available anymore, but they're really badass cast stainless manifolds that have served this car very well over the years. But anyway, so I'll show you underneath about some more stuff that we did. We did a custom ice tank as well. You know, really a lot of intricate custom fab. We also did a manual brake setup on this. We did a Willwood master cylinder. Really nice setup. Comes with like the proportioning valve and the brake switch. Kind of comes with their own little bracket, all put together. Really nice. I did make a custom, like a firewall flange to kind of adapt the Willwood master cylinder to the firewall. I believe it's still, and it's using a Willwood brake pedal. So keep an eye out. There might be a product available for the conversion for that. So that's a quick rundown on Ken's car. Let's see what else we got going on. Oh, so it's in here for doing a dash, custom dash. It's a carbon dash. We're going to build a nice frame for it, Zeus fasteners, quick release, some sort of, I believe he's going to go with an aim dash unit, but we're still not certain. Trying to think of anything else going on here. Well, that's pretty much it for Ken's car. Let's move on over to the good old Barber van. Unfortunately, still waiting for an engine. We ordered it, back order, holidays, excuses. So it's supposed to be coming. Got the training for L80, got a remanufactured 6.0 for it. Looking into maybe putting a cam in it or something to make it sound good, make it cool. But unfortunately, this thing's kind of on hold until we get the engine, because that's the next big step. But in the meantime, we decided to give it a little facelift. This is it's like a C50 front end, kind of like from the 70s. I believe it was a 73. But so we're basically giving it, this is a 68. We're basically giving it a 70s front end conversion, because that's kind of what they came with then. So moving on, that's right, turbos. This baby's getting some twin turbos. These are again Zona rotor. They are mirrored, as you can see, nice and symmetrical. Just mock up right now, just trying to pick out the perfect position. A quick little rundown on these turbos. They are billet center sections, stainless V-band housings. Really, really, really nice. One of my favorites right now. But yeah, getting ready to build the manifolds for that and finish up the plumbing on that. We got the steering in. Got the matching steering wheel to match the wheels. You can't see them because I got them taped up, but if you scroll through some of my social media, you can find it. It's probably hard to see. Yeah, it is. But it's probably the straightest steering shaft I was able to make. So, cantilever suspension is pretty much all set up. Still got to do some fine tuning. Got to add some shocks, things like that. Moving on to the 300. Got the intercooler mounted up, oil cooler, AC condenser. Yes, we'll have AC. Oh shit, where'd the engine go? We are building the oil pan for it. So I got the engine up on the stand. Got the motor mounts that we made. Did the, kind of relocated the mounts forward. The factory piece that was here on top was, I guess, from people jacking on it and stuff like that. Kind of jointed up a little bit, so we made a nice new piece, welded it on real stiff, went ahead and welded. They missed a lot of parts from factory, so just went ahead and welded it all up. Yeah, basically got this set up off the car, so it's a little easier to, build the pan rather than having to be underneath it and fight. And this is actually pretty cool. This is actually going to be the oil pickup. There's not a whole lot of room to, it's on the other side. But I took some 3/4 stainless, did some pie cuts, and as you can see, it'll kind of snake its way around. So that's going to be fun. But yeah, custom oil pan, finished up the mounts on that. We'll get that situated together, powder coated, and then we'll get that thing back in there and get that thing rolling. So I'm sure you guys remember the motorcycle. Been kind of going back and forth trying to figure out like seats and proper positioning and all that, but we got that set up. Seats out right now, getting reupholstered. As you can see, this will kind of sit inside of here, probably a little more. and we'll build a whole new subframe for that. Really cool. This is actually, believe it or not, this was one piece. I'm sorry, it's not one. It's one piece now, but it was multiple pieces. I took a bunch of different, you know, pieces. This is a bend. This is a roll, and kind of Legoed up a tubular piece. Still needs some more work. You know, blended all the welds, smoothed it all out. So, you know, this guy wants a really nice custom piece. So that'd be pretty cool to check out. We can help with that. Trying to think what else we got going on. One thing that I recently implemented that I really like is casters. Biggest thing is, I'll show you over here. Dollies. Couldn't find those pump dollies. Those things suck. I couldn't find anything to hold any good weight. You know, these cars, they sit, you know, they get worked on when they need to. Obviously, you know, you wait on parts, things like that. So make your own dolly. I decided to make my own because nothing's worth a crap these days. So you fabricate it yourself, you make it the best. So I got 6-inch casters from Harbor Freight. They're like almost 20 bucks a piece, and some 2x2 box tubing. I also made my own base plates, got them plasmaed out, and they roll around really nice. But in the process, I decided to put them on these engine stands. One thing I really like is it actually raises the engine up like another 6 inches. So really nice to work on. It's a little bit more level than kind of being hunched over, things like that. But I'm sure if you ever try to push these things around, they can't even roll over a fucking zip tie, so that sucks. But one thing that I really liked is I put my compressor on casters. So I did a water trap, auto drain water trap on my compressor, and I needed to get it up because obviously, you know, it's more or less gravity fed. And I was like pulling it out and I couldn't really get it situated. So what did I do? Put it up on casters. Now I can roll it around and it gives me the height I need. Well, I think that's pretty much it. Stay tuned for more updates. Again, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. See ya.